Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how you can fly with Ars Noveau in Minecraft. To start, we are going to need a Mage's Spellbook, which allows us to cast Tier 2 spells. First, you will need a Novice Spellbook, which is made from one book, one iron pickaxe, shovel, axe, and sword in any order. Next, combine that Novice Spellbook with 1 obsidian, 3 diamonds, 2 quartz blocks, and 2 blaze rods, once again in any order. With the Mage's Spellbook, we can cast a majority of the spells in this mod. To make this flight spell, we need 2 glyphs, or spell effects. Leap, which allows us to leap in whatever direction we are looking, and Slow Fall, which allows us to hover slightly, and more importantly, will negate fall damage. An optional but useful glyph to have is Amplify. This will increase the strength of spell effects so we can leap farther. To make these spell glyphs, we are going to need a scribe's table. We will need 2 of any of the brand new archwood logs added in this mod, 2 golden nuggets, and 3 archwood slabs made from archwood log planks. The 4 new archwood trees can be found randomly throughout the map. Or rarely, you can find an archwood forest. Once you find one, don't forget to gather the sapling so you can reproduce your own. With our newly acquired archwood logs, we can now make our scribe's table. To use the scribe's table, hold any tier mage book and right-click the table. Each glyph requires specific resources and some experience levels. For Amplify, you need 1 diamond pickaxe and 3 experience levels. For Leap, we will need 1 air essence, 3 Wilden wings, and 3 experience levels. I will show you how to get those new resources shortly. For Slow Fall, we will need 1 air essence, 1 Wilden wing, 3 feathers, 1 blaze rod, 1 nether wart, and 5 experience levels. In order to get the air essence, we will need 3 arcane pedestals and 1 imbuement chamber. First, we will make the imbuement chamber using some archwood wooden planks and 2 gold ingots. This imbuement chamber doubles as a source gem generator and a power source for crafting essence. To make a source gem, place either a lapis or amethyst shard. Who the heck are you? Anyways, to make a source gem, place either a lapis or an amethyst shard inside the imbuement chamber. After a short period of time, it will generate a source gem. Now we can make the pedestals using our newly acquired source gems. Alright, let's go ahead and make some source stone. Source stone can be made with any smooth block around a source gem. I'm using stone here. You could also use granite, doritoite, andesite, calcite, any of those smooth types of stones. Alright, and using 4 source stone, 4 golden nuggets, and 1 source gem, we can make an arcane pedestal. We're going to go ahead and make 3 of these. Next, you want to go ahead and place the arcane pedestals around the imbuement chamber. Doesn't really matter which way. Next, you'll want to place an arrow, a Wilden wing, and a feather on the 3 pedestals. Then you'll want to put a source gem inside the imbuement chamber, or you could put another lapis or amethyst and craft another one. After a short time, this will go ahead and craft the air essence. Scratch that, that was actually a really long time. And now we have air essence. So now we need to figure out how to get the Wilden wings needed for the air essence and the glyphs. We will need a total of 6. 2 for air essences and 4 for the glyph recipes. We can get these wings from Wilden Stalkers. Wilden Stalkers are one of the hostile Wilden mobs added in this mod, and they drop Wilden wings. Different types of Wildens can be found at Wilden dens scattered around the map. They kind of look like a giant dirt mound. They do have these archwood logs scattered throughout, so keep a lookout for these logs. And there should be an entrance to go inside the den, and there we are. or finding some of our Wildens here. And you'll have to keep searching until you'll find one with the Wilden Stalkers. These can be a bit rare and harder to find when you're playing in bigger mod packs. But don't worry, there is an alternative. We can use a Ritual Brazier and a Tablet of Summon Wilden. To make a Ritual Brazier, you'll need 1 pedestal, 1 Source Gem block, and 3 gold bars. Don't worry, the Source Gem block is made from only 4 Source Gems. And now we have our Ritual Brazier. A Tablet of Summon Wilden is what we need to place into the Brazier. This can be made from 1 Vexing Log. This one must be a Vexing Log, you can't use any of the others. A block of Emerald, an Iron Sword, a bow, and a block of Lapis. You can also use extra Wilden parts if you find Wildens you don't need to save yourself some resources. Now we have the Tablet of Summon Wilden. For this ritual, go ahead and find a secure, safe place, because we are going to be summoning some mobs. Place the Ritual Brazier and the Tablet of Summon Wilden into the Brazier. It'll say awaiting activation, and it won't activate until you right click. Make sure you're ready, because we will be summoning Wildens. Once you activate it, 6 random Wildens will spawn. And there's the Wilden Stalker we need. And there's another. And there you go. And from that, we were able to get 1 Wilden Horn, 2 Wilden Wings, and 3 Wilden Spikes. If you don't get all the Wilden Wings you need right off the bat, go ahead and craft another tablet. You can even use the spare Wilden parts you don't need, and rinse and repeat until you have enough Wilden Wings. After getting all the resources we need, as shown here, we are now ready to craft the glyphs. Go ahead and right click the scribes table with any spell book. Choose the glyph you want to craft. You can filter by tiers, or you can just search the name. We'll start with Leap, and just make sure you have enough experience levels required. Leap requires 3 levels. Go ahead and click select. Now, as you can see with the floating items below, these are the items still needed for the glyph. Go ahead and place each onto the table. And there you go, we're crafting our glyph. Once it's done, it shoots it out, and just right click to learn. A neat interaction we can do is actually place all the required glyph resources inside a chest nearby, and then when you're crafting the glyph, it'll go ahead and pull those resources from the chest. And there we go, Slowfall is made. After all that hard work, we can now craft the flight spell. To open the spell book and make spells, take out the book and press C. The default bind should be C, but it can be changed to whatever you want with the spellbook open book keybind. Another neat keybind to have is the toggle selection HUD. This will open a radial spell wheel, so you can easily swap between your many spells on the fly. For a quick guide on spells, there are 3 parts of a spell. The form of a spell. Do you want the spell to be a projectile? Something you cast on yourself, like a buff? Or a touching spell? The effect, or what the spell is actually doing. Do you want to break something, harm something, or leap? You can have multiple different effects in one spell. And augmentations of the spell. You can make spells stronger, like with Amplify, or weaker, extend the duration of a spell, or make a spell only target certain entities, like players only, monsters only, or blocks. For this spell, we're going to choose Self for the form, Leap for the first effect, and Slowfall for the second effect. You can go ahead and type out a spell name, and click Create. Now we have a spell that allows us to leap in whatever direction we face and slowly fall down, which also negates fall damage. And if you want to go ahead and fly farther, we'll go ahead and remove the slow fall. We'll put it back in a second. Put as many amplifiers as you want on the first effect, leap, to make yourself leap farther. Keep in mind, this will show you how much mana it'll consume with each spell cost. So if you put a bunch of leaps, it might be a little too expensive. I generally keep mine with just one amplify and just click multiple times if I need to. Then go ahead and put slow fall back on and then create to save your changes. Now we should have a nicely balanced flight to fly around the map and traverse quickly if needed to. So long as we have the mana to do so. Alright, with that, you now know how to fly with Ars Noveau, and you have a pretty good understanding on the different mechanisms and machines used in this mod. If there are any other spells or anything I may have missed, let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.